Hello everyone. So I already have a video where I showcase every rollout to mid for demo, which I recommend you check out if you're interested. But one of the most underappreciated or underexplored, underutilized skills for demo, I don't know if skills is the right way to put it, but rolling out from forward spawns is something that people don't really think about. They kind of just show up, jump to the nearest pack and go from there. Which, yeah, it makes sense. You're just rolling out. You're not in the action. It's not like you're trying to compete with anyone for showing up first to mid like you do on a mid fight, where showing up early matters in a very direct and easy to understand way. But being fast on rollouts from forward spawns, I think, is still very important. Because the sooner that you show up to the fight, the more opportunities your team has to do things. And there are going to be some cases where you're dead and your team is, obviously going to be forced to either give space or do other things because, of course, they're down the demo, very important class. But if you show up even just like 2 seconds faster than you would otherwise, then how many of those times do you suddenly get to take the fight now? You get to do the thing you wanted to because now your demo is here fast enough. And it's not so direct as their demo showed up sooner than me on mid and hit me with a sticky and now I'm weak. Kind of direct, very easy to understand. You need to be faster. But it helps. And I've noticed times where my team will be taking a fight, saying that we're down a demo or something, or we can't take the fight, and I'm calling like, no, I'm here, let's do this. So the point of this video is to get that across while also showcasing and talking about a couple of rollouts that I cooked up that I think the process one that I'm about to show. So there's a process and a sunshine one that are both very fast. The process one I think is better because it's easier to do, way more consistent, and the health matters. If you mess it up, then you're kind of fine, I think. So a lot of people will drop out and sometimes do like 2 stickies there to hit the ramp slide. I guess it'd be higher up sticks. Something more like that. Either way, with the obvious goal of aiming for that health pack. Now, what I found is shooting a stick just on this band here, crouch deading it, and then same way you would do the Cadis rollout, just an air sticky. You can very consistently be ramp sliding through choke. Right onto this pack. And from here, you can do whatever you want. You can grab both packs if you're super greedy and no one else is rolling out with you. But yeah, very straightforward. I found it's more consistent when I shoot on this rather than this, because sometimes this acts weird if it's right on the corner or something. But yeah, very straightforward. If you haven't, you should practice it, because with a little bit of practice you can get this very consistent. Now for sunshine, this one is harder, and I might not do it correctly on the first try, but I definitely intend to practice it more, because this one really changes things, I think. Because on process, there's a fast alternative still, and it's not usually too bad. You can kind of just be ramp sliding wherever on process through choke. And I think I often do ramp slides through choke from the forward spawns on mid as well. I don't really have a set loadout or set rollout on that though, which I could cook up. So yeah, here we are on sunshine. Once I get to move, here we go. Let's give myself some health. Okay. So this would be easier in the actual spawn shutter because I like to shoot my stick at the side there to do something like this, right? Where you are aiming to jump over this fence, air sticky, to hit a ramp slide there. Now, you can do... Oh, that's not great. You can do this... can I actually just... Okay, so it will open. Oh, it will open for me. So yeah, something like this. And if you hit it really well, like you can see that, I'm literally going all the way from my forwards into their choke with 2 sticks. Now, of course, you will show up weak, so it actually is important what kind of fighting is happening. Because if your team has convincingly won the fight on second and you're like looking to push last or something, then yeah, you can see I need to practice it a bit more, because you should be consistent with your rollouts. That's oftentimes more important than the speed. So of course, if that's a ramp bug, that shouldn't be happening in game. So if your team, let's say, won a fight on 2 and you died, but you still won and you still have ad that you want to push last with or something, then you could by all means be rolling out into their choke with the aim of just going into lobby, right, to take the push with your team. I think that was another ramp bug, most likely. Then yeah, by all means, you can be getting through choke with intention of catching a bow, entering lobby, and then you're just there so fast for the push. And that's actually a direct example of like being faster mattering a lot, because you get to take that push faster. You probably get to take that push maybe even like 20 Uber% faster. And a team that would be at like 80% when you're pushing is now at 60% with no hope of getting in the post. And that's a big deal. But, whoops, if you did the same rollout and the other team is trying to push your mid, oh, you just fed your brains out, right? So this is only something that you'd want to be doing with intention of going very deep, right? So if there's fighting happening like on mid or anywhere around here, it's much more important to be showing up healthy than it is fast, because you're going to be fast anyway, right? Just getting to choke, you're just a sticky jump away, right? So you're going to get there fast no matter what. And also, I think even for pushing into 2 or pressuring into 2, it's going to depend on what your team is intending to do, whether you go for this or not. Because if you guys are trying to go cafe, for instance, then by all means this works, and you can ramp slide over to calf or near choke. I'm sketched out of like landing here, and then there's just randomly some guy peeking choke, and then you take 50 damage and die. Because again, this does make you very weak. But if your team's going Valley, then a very nice forward rollout that I used to do a lot is just a nice pogo through calf. Again, it's a lot more convenient when you actually have the shutter open, because then you get to do it at your own pace, grab that pack, and then you can be crouch deading Valley, do whatever. And yeah, so big downside to this is it is difficult. It goes very far, which in a lot of contexts is quite nice, but you know, you don't always want to be rolling out that deep. You have to be thinking about what's going on in the game for you to decide to go for it or not. And if you mess up, which I've actually been more, I've been more consistent at it than I was expecting. That sticky's not going to hit me. What is going on? The shutter's closing. If you mess up and land like, let's say you just mess up the air sticky and then you land like here, you are in no man's land. You have to like grab this pack, and you still might not even have enough health to really jump with comfortably. Or if you do, you're going to be like less than, 30 HP, and you're going to be very reliant on heals when you show up, regardless of whether you hit the rollout correctly or not. So I'm quite pleased with it. I find that I'm using it a lot, and yeah, if you practice it, then maybe you can do it too, because at the moment I think I'm literally the only person who ever does this. when I don't think it's that hard to the point where that should be the case. I wish I had other ones to kind of show off. I should be cooking up more on other maps because, again, I think you have a lot of options. I mean, soldiers get very innovative with their rollouts from forwards and such, using all sorts of ramp slides and whatnot. And the ramps are available for us too, but not a lot of people have been kind of putting in the work and labbing stuff out. So I just figured I'd show off and talk about a couple of... Oh, can't do it there. A couple of the ones that that I've come up with, and hopefully you guys try it out, figure it out, and use it in your own games and whatnot. We'll hit this one more. Oh, thought we'd hit it one more time. This door is like closing early on me. So yeah, hopefully that was cool. I'm always happy doing that. I think it's cool. And yeah, I will see you guys later.